Good evening. Hope everyone's okay on this fine, bright, and breezy Tuesday. Um, Last time on our adventures in URU, we did some factory work, and we fell through the floor of the chair of death many, many times. Many, many times. And there was something else I wanted to do. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we made some potatoes, and when we dropped them into a machine, I made it light, and I think it dropped down into the other well that we found at the end of the time travel place. So, that's this well. Where did I go to get to the factory? It must be this one, right? Where is that? No, this is the factory. Yeah, this one's the factory. Okay. So here's the plan. Here's the plan. Here's what I think I have to do. Don't go that way. Go this way. So I want to take a potato. I want to take it and touch the well. We sploosh that in there, then we quickly teleport out. Time now clearly stops. Then we teleport back in from here. Into here. And it becomes light. Right? It is not light. Because when we dropped it in from above, I'm assuming this is the chamber we're dropping it down into. We definitely saw like some pictures on the walls that aren't here now. Maybe there's other clues we're missing. I think I probably rushed towards the end of the last stream. So let's go and investigate. Let us investigate. Factory. This one. Hey, Norovec, how are you doing? Hope you've had a good day. I'm hoping my microphone quality is okay, because I bought a new headset and it arrived today. But everything was really low, so I had to crank it up quite a lot. So hopefully I'm not too loud. Or too quiet. Oh, what's this? I don't think we pressed this last time. Cool, thank you. It's ticking down to something. What are you ticking down to? I can't figure out what this is either. Like, two. Is that the potato? Is this the potato? But like cut in half, maybe? It says 625. And then egg timer. Or some sort of timer. Metronome? Is there anything else? And you're still dark. And there's nothing else in here. Maybe we... I wonder if we go to the top and see if we can look down again. Maybe there's a way of finding out if that's definitely the bottom of... Because otherwise I don't understand what we're dropping the potato in there for. That's the wrong one. This one. That's the wrong one. This one. Wrong way. Right, so if we go in here, this is where we drop the potato. So I guess it does look dark down there. There was something there. Is that the... I think that was the piece of paper with the numbers on. I think... And then those are the 4 white squares, right? So we're definitely dropping the potato down from here into... Right, hang on. There's water pattern rippling up the walls and stuff. So let's go to the other place and see whether that's... And also recognize the shape of that light. This is still ticking away. So yeah, it's got all the water ripple effects on the walls. I can't tell if the light looks the same, actually. But then we saw the piece of paper on the wall and we saw the 4 squares. So we need to figure out a way of dropping the potato down here. We need to figure out a way of dropping the potato down. And then managing to get down here as it hits the water. So we need to like... But I don't know how we can do it faster than linking back to Relto and linking back in here. Let's go back to the garden. Let's go back to the room with the timer in. Oh, that was the wrong one. Duh. Okay. This one? Yeah. Wait, what am I doing? My brain is fried, apparently. Wrong one. I want to go to this one. Right? Yeah. And you're still ticking away. Is it doing anything? Maybe. I can't see how. It's not connected to anything, right? Hmm. Is there anything we can do with the pool? Har. Am I missing something? The spikes, maybe? Anything from the ceiling? get like a long shot. These patterns. There's no like hidden cloth that you can teleport directly into this room from, clearly. Is there anything we can do with these? Because I feel like these are... We have some pictures actually of... Well, all like grid references. Oh. Oh. Shit. I don't know what happened. Shh. I'm so confused. Where did that come from? Why did it take so long? That... Hang on a minute. I need to go and which one was it? This one. I might need this one explaining to me. I don't understand. Right, 625. This is still going as well, so it's nothing to do with this. This just goes around forever as far as I can tell. In the online version, this is a two-person puzzle. They had to modify it for one player. Oh, so in online, one person drops the item and then the other one's in the bottom room to see the pattern, I guess. The only other thing I can think is if that means 625, and this is the timer that tells you how long 625 is. The paper's a schematic of the... Oh, I thought it was one of the potatoes had been cut in half. I have no idea what these wavy lines were. Okay. Okay, so 625 is the timer, and then this counts down 620. Ah. So the idea is that when you drop the potato, it takes that amount of time for it to fall into the pool? But why does it take so long? I guess that it just has to because you're only one person. Okay, good. So I have a load of grid references. But I don't know what to do with them. And I feel like I'm at the end of both places now. So the only other thing... What did we have left? I have a load of numbers, which I'm convinced, I think we talked about it before, are to do with the books, the Watchers books in Relto. So let me just make a note of all of the passages that I've got. 496, and we'll see if we can make any sense of them. 481. Wait, actually, let's go from the start. I have. You could drop a pellet into the other cave. You could drop a pellet into the other cave, you know, the other linking book at the pellet oven. Yeah, so that's what we did, right? So we took a pellet, we linked into the cave in the other book. And then drops it down the hole into the bottom cave, right? Or am I missing something? Or do you mean like take a pellet into the machine in the... Oh, maybe that's what you mean. Let's go and check that. Yeah, thanks, Norovak. I think I know what you mean. So that is not that book. It's this book. Okay, so I've been linking into the cave. You mean if we go into the other place in here? Ah, yeah, of course. Oh. So this is a machine. Did it do anything? Or is this just a machine that tells you that when you drop it into the water it lights up? This machine is located in the cavern. These pellets feed the lake in the city of Agura to provide light. Oh, I see. I guess that makes sense. There is a reason to them after all. I see. This door still isn't open though. So besides the numbers, I'm a little bit lost. What needs to be done next? Let me just write down the numbers anyway. So we have 189, 14, 138, 496, 481, 452, 410, 518, 3110, 218, 366. That was a blurry one I had to jump to get. I think it's 219 though. 219 maybe. I'll put a question mark against that. I'm not sure. Then 230. 5. God, there is a lot of them. 557 and 532. Right. The machine measures how good the pellets are. Your key should have a number reflecting the pellet score. Should it? Is it these? I thought they were coordinates though. page with the pictures and notes. I don't know. Maybe the online version needed more than one pellet? Or like you had to make sure you had a valid pellet before you could drop it? And then this one is just, it works regardless, is all I can think. So we've got a load of... I know we've got the Watcher book that we read right at the start when we started playing. In your version, you press F2 and F2 again. So if I press F2, that brings that up, and then if I press it again, it just brings up my pictures. But these are all the ones that I've just taken mostly by accident because I use my camera phone. So this made absolutely no sense. These books, they were the ramblings of a madman as far as I could tell. But they do have the shell icon on them. So I guess that makes a bit more sense now. And then we have book 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And probably we don't need this one. So let's do 1, 4, for example. What would that be like? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's... Or is it the 4th line? Well, one of them goes up to like 110, so maybe it's letters. So we'll start... but in what order? In what order would you do them? I guess let's write them in ascending order. So we have 1, 4, 1, 138, 189, 218, 219. That's the one with the question mark against it because I was jumping and the photo is blurry. 230. 366. So the books only go up to 5. There's 5 books plus the one without a number, and the numbers are split into 5. So this makes sense. 3, 110. 410. I think the problem is we have no idea what order these are supposed to go in. If even this is the right way of doing it. 452. 481. I'm also not sure. I think I was pretty thorough, but I might have missed some. 496. But I'm hoping if these spell out letters, I've not missed enough for it to make a difference. If it's spelling out a word, for example, or a phrase, I'm hoping I've only missed a couple, and the missing letters should be fairly obvious. 518. 5. What the hell happened there? 532. And 557. So I think that's all of them. So let's take that to one side. So book 1, letter 4. Let's start there. Letter 4 is an E. Letter 38. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. EI. Okay. 189. 38. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. That's 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89 is a H. And I'm not including punctuation. Maybe I should be. Either way, there's not a word that starts EIH. Is there something, I feel like every so often in the periphery of my vision I see something like flicker past, and I keep thinking it's like my mouse, but I don't think it is. I'm wondering if it's the fireflies glitching through the wall and I just see them. Maybe. Regardless, they were the ones, so that was. Oh, I'll just do them in order rather than writing them down. Then onto book 2, we have 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, O. 19, F. Okay, that is more promising, isn't it? Of. So 18 and 19 make of. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Of D. And then we move on to 366. Is this going to be Ni, perhaps? Of Denis? Uh, 66. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 37, that is 47, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66 is a T. But again, I've not been counting the punctuation. That would have gone back 3, 1, 2, 3, which would have been an R, which still doesn't help. And then an M, and then on to book 4. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a H. An R. It's an N. Thrn. And then on to book 5. If this is, I have to take these letters and then assemble a word out of them. I'm terrible at those kinds of word puzzles, so we might be here a while. 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 is an E. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 7 is an N. Okay, so the 5 spell men. And the first 2 books of number 2 spell of. So it might be something of something something men. Something of something something men. That's helpful, isn't it? And I've got EIH DTM THRN. Whilst we figure this out, should we listen to some banging tunes on our snazzy music player? Right. It could be THEIR. I can have there. So something of. So that would be THEIR, which leaves me with literally no vowels left. Yeah, how many vowels do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 vowels. There's no way you can make a word out of this. No way. It could be. And all I can think of is of mice and men. Which isn't the answer. Is the answer Lenny? Is that the password? I mean, I'm trying to figure out a password. I don't even know what to. That's frustrating. Something of their men. Something of their men. Dumped of their men. Of their. Or it could be heir. The heir of. And that gives us a T back. What word can we make with THDTM? There's a riddle for you. THDTM. I mean, none is the answer. Why did my music player stop? Do I literally have to just keep pressing it every time we want to listen to it? Okay. Why don't we read the passages? And maybe the passages have a clue to what the letters form. So 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who will gather? Many. Or is that also a line? 1, 2, 3. The door lies at the end of the path. Or, who will gather? Many. Oh, now I don't know if I add. So that doesn't have one, so that isn't. So maybe we do include that. Okay, let's try again. So if we have the door lies at the end of the path, which I feel like is a fairly self-explanatory line. 38. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. The passing of time brings the path to the gathered. Or if we remove The blank lines, how many were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Without the grower, those who are like the grower would never learn. So, or without grower, those like grower won't learn. And then I don't know what I'm trying to find out. I'm not sure what I'm trying to find out. And I feel like we're trying to answer a riddle we don't know the question to. Which means, where haven't we been? I'm convinced we've been everywhere in these places. Unless there's more secret linking shenanigans like the time travel age. So the only thing I can think is there was that room with the big boulder in here that we couldn't do anything with. There was the balcony somewhere as well. Yeah, so we have a balcony that just had that. I wonder if maybe we can get over there at some point. I wonder if there's a switch that I've not found in this place that takes us over there. Well, where does the bridge look like it's connecting to, actually? So upper floor. So I probably need to go up to the next level. It'll be up here somewhere. Upper floor. Oh, maybe in. Oh, so this is the boulder room. So maybe I've missed something in here, actually. I wonder if something's changed now that we've affected the world. Hey Parker, how you doing, buddy? I'll tell you this much, the Watcher wrote down a line at a time, and some of the times he received no words. That is why the blank lines still count as lines. Okay, blank lines do count as lines. Noted. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing alright, buddy. Okay, if the blank lines do count as lines, then we can at least be a bit more accurate with what we're trying to write down. There was a handle here, wasn't there? Yeah. So to recap, 1-4, the door lies at the end of the path, and 138, the passing of time brings the path to the gathered. And then... Okay, so when we pull this handle, the door closes, we get locked in. We have a big-ass boulder that we can push up here, but from what I remember, there was nothing in here. This puzzle is pretty annoying. That's good to know. Thanks, Neurovac. So we have this that spins around, and I guess just for my own sanity, let's go and turn off the. This is awfully like spirally, isn't it? Or one might say like a shell. Am I inside a giant shell right now? Is this the path? Then I have to figure out how to get past the boulder. Well, it's a dead end, so no. I just want to go and see if we turn off the switch, does that thing still spin around? Because it sounds like we're on a timer. Especially considering the egg timer we just found with the pellets in the other worlds. I can't see anymore. Perfect. Since I can't hear anything, I'm gonna guess no. But you're still moving. Hmm. Okay. I just want to. I might just go back to the books and figure out what they all say. But I just want to make double sure. So that room is there, directly where these stairs are. So from directly where those stairs are, and a floor up, would be... I mean, it's not far off, is it? It's probably a bit out, but I think that room has... Unless this is just a visual and you can't actually go over there, but I'm probably focusing on it a bit too much, to be honest. But it feels like that connects to that room, to me. Okay, let's go and figure out the rest of these passages. So, we were saying the line about the grower, without the grower, those like the grower won't learn. That we don't need. One 89. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, hang on. Let's do this more sensibly. 38 was which one? The passing of time, that one, wasn't it? That was 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Be still and the path will be made known. My handwriting when I'm trying to write down notes like this is atrocious. I'll get to the end and have no idea what I've been writing. I guarantee it. So the door lies at the end of the path. That's a fairly obvious hint. The passing of time brings the path to the gathered. Be still, and the path will be made known. Uh, 2, 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. The action of the gathered means nothing. This guy was not very proactive, was it? It's all about do fuck all and stop doing things, as far as I can tell. The action of the gathered means nothing. But who are the gathered? And then I have the question mark, which was the blurry photo, which I think was 219, which is the action of the deceived is toiling in vain. Let me see if I can figure out the photo, because it was very blurry when I took it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 219. Maybe 210. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Minds are soft, hearts are calloused. I'm going to go with 19. The action of the deceived is toiling in vain. I'm curious about something, actually. I'm very curious. I just want to try something. If I... No, I think the scum VMiness of this game is refusing to let me. I thought Steam's got like a inbuilt notepad, and I thought it'd be a lot easier to type rather than write it all down manually. But never mind, never mind. What's happened is I've exited out of the game and now it's crashed. So give me 2 seconds. I will reload. There we go. Okie coke. Let's get back to it. So what was that we just did? 219. So we've got 230. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Darkness comes at the end of time. Is that right? If that was 19, 20. Darkness comes at the end of time. 366. The passing of time brings the past to the present. Three 110. The path of the stone is toil for the gathered. $4.10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The number of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, the number of the watcher is 625. That feels very different to everything else it's been talking about. That was also the number on the paper, right? In the next to the egg timer. I'm pretty sure that was 625. Is 625, which I feel is significant. Uh, 452. The way is made clear at the end of time. Uh, 81. That was 52. The future is always revealed to those who wait. Back to being lazy again. Okay, 96. Rest in the light. $5.18. I put these in ascending order. I don't know if that was right. So I feel like we might have to rearrange all of these sentences to make sense, but we'll see. 518. The gathered will find rest when the light comes. There's a lot of recurring words here. So toil has been used, rest, wait. Uh, 32. Roll the stone to know the deceiver. The deceiver was mentioned earlier as well. The action of the deceived is toiling in vain. Oh, that's the deceived, not the deceiver. Roll the stone. So that maybe relates to the big marble that we keep pushing, that we have to get past somehow. Roll the stone to know the deceiver. $57. That was 32. The path is folly for those who toil. That's another toil reference. I think that's it. How many did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we got 15. So I'm pretty sure we've not missed any. But knowing me, we probably have. So let's read these out and see if we can make some sense of them. The door lies at the end of the path. Makes sense. Understandable. The passing of time brings the path to the gathered. Be still, and the path will be made known. See, I'm at that point now where my handwriting's screwing me over. So the passing of time brings the path to the gathered. Be still, and the path will be made known. The action of the gathered means nothing. The action of the deceived is toiling in vain. Darkness comes at the end of time. The passing of time brings the past to the present, which is the wrong way around. The passing of time brings the future to the present, surely. Or the present to the past. The path of the stone is toil for the gathered. The number of the watcher is 625. The way is made clear at the end of time. The future is always revealed to those who wait. Rest in the light. The gathered will find rest when the light comes. Roll the stone to know the deceiver. The path is folly for those who toil. All right, that's what we've got. So let's focus on the toil, because I feel like there was some fairly fairly obvious hints in there. Maybe not obvious is the right word, but the action of the deceived is toiling in vain. And we had something else about the deceived, didn't we? Roll the stone to know the deceiver. I wonder if whilst we're doing this we can... Should we go and find somewhere with some nice music so that we're not just stood in silence? How about that? Does this place have any kind of ambiance? Not really. You? Yeah, this is pleasant. Okay. I know, it's got ominous now. It started off pleasant. So as far as the deceiver goes, we've got the action of the deceived is toiling in vain. And we've got the path of the stone is toil for the gathered. It's got a lot of comments about the fact that action is in vain. And you should rest. You should rest in the light, specifically, it says. The gathered will find rest when the light comes. Rest in the light. Roll the stone to know the deceiver. The path is folly for those who toil. The action of the deceived is toiling in vain, which implies that their action is folly. The future is always revealed to those who wait. The way is made clear at the end of time. Like, is that... Do we have to go to the space age? But that's not really in the end of time. That's just a little bubble that he made it look like it was the end of time in, right? The future is always revealed to those who wait. The way is made clear at the end of time. The number of the Watcher is 625, which is the same number that was in the well on the piece of paper next to the egg timer. Darkness comes at the end of time. So darkness comes at the end of time, and the way is made clear at the end of time. So you have to rest in the light. Hang on. So you've got to rest in the light. And then at the end of time, darkness comes. And darkness reveals the path? The way is made clear at the end of time. And at the end of time, the future is always revealed to those who wait. The way is made clear at the end of time. The passing of time brings the past to the present. Darkness comes at the end of time. So you've got to rest in the light, wait for darkness to come. Because doing stuff is wrong, according to this guy. So find the light and stand in it until darkness comes. Be still and the path will be made known. Be still. So what, just not even don't do anything? Like literally stay still like I am now? I'm in the dark now. Right? The door lies at the end of the path. Let's start with that. Let's start with that and go to that stupid boulder. You might come to think, surely this can't be the solution. I recommend resisting the urge to second guess yourself. I'm a great believer in second guessing myself. That's a lie, actually. I have so much conviction in myself, I'm sure you've seen. I will stubbornly declare that my answer is correct, even whilst it falls apart around me. I don't know, like, I'm still not sure what the riddle is, that's the problem. Like, I have all these lines of text, and I'm not sure if I'm even on the right path, because I don't know if they need to be in an order. I've just put them in numerical order. In ascending order, but I don't know, maybe I need to rearrange them all into something more sensible. Do you remember the story of this place? No. Wait. This place as a whole? I can't even remember where we are, to be honest. Maybe I should... Where do I go to find out the story of this place? Is it this? Or was this... Is this the Watcher's Sanctuary? Yes. Okay, so let's reread this. Where to get started? The room itself is actually pretty simple and at first glance doesn't seem to have much to it. Well, for your average explorer. There's actually much more here than meets the eye. Much more, at least as far as history. It's practically dripping off the walls. Fortunately, I dig that stuff. Lucky for you, I'm also better than your average explorer. Might be getting ahead of myself. Structure, circular room with a number of doorways leading off in each direction. Large staircase. Might need some support work, leads to an upper level. Okay, this just doesn't work without knowing some of the history and story behind this place. I've got to start there. I've done some translation and talked with Watson. This is great stuff. Alright, the tree off the balcony. The tree off the balcony. Right. We'll come back in a sec, but there's only one balcony, right? So is there a tree? Let's just to picture what this guy's talking about. Okay, so I guess he's talking about that. The tree off the balcony. And that is where the path is going. So he's talking about a tree that we want to get to. Right. The tree off the balcony, I did do a little walking around. I can't see it well, dark, but it's an old tree. Don't know exactly when it was created, although certain style and material elements suggest as far back as the early 2000s. long before a guy called the Watcher came around. And it's the Watcher that this place was created for, renovated for, and dedicated to, from the time it was built in the late 4000s until the fall of Dunny. So this place was built for the Watcher, who's the guy who's given all of the text that we've written down. And then to remember his backstory, the Watcher is the guy who his mother gave birth to him whilst linking. And he claimed to have visions of the future, right? So the Watcher lived during the mid-4000s and spent most of that life on hidden, secluded ages. He wrote a book called Words, a prophetical book, Nostradamus-type guy. Strange. Though it doesn't seem his prophecies caught on real well at first, through a variety of events, you can ask somebody else if you want to know them all, the guy became more and more popular, then faded, then popular again, which we read about in, I think it was mentioned when we were reading about the kings. You know the deal. There was always a core group of followers, but the overall population wavered. I would imagine, depending on how accurate they viewed his visions, over the course of time a whole lot of copies of his books were printed. We found plenty of them. As I mentioned, the tree, which I still don't know how to actually get to, well, that's what we're trying to find out, was built long before the Watcher. No one at the DRC seems to know exactly what it was for. Best guess is that the tree was built early on as a representation of the Dunny that had come here, the new tree. They definitely had a thing for trees. So the Watcher comes along and writes some prophecies. They end up becoming pretty popular, and they do deal quite a bit with the tree, as much of Dunny prophecy does. And an unknown guy builds this building with the tree as its focus. It seems like the building was an upper-class lounge or sitting room, pub, something along those lines. The intellectuals come and discuss the philosophies and politics of the day, although there was some homage being paid to the Watcher and his thoughts and ideas. This sanctuary, or whatever you want to call it, stayed successful even while ownership changed. It seemed it changed as frequently as the philosophies and religious views of the people. It wasn't until Kadish came along, yes, our good friend Kadish, that the thing really took off. Unfortunately, right before the fall. I've just realized I haven't moved in the past few minutes. I'm standing in a building giving an analysis of it without moving. Gotta love history. So back to it. Nice little coves in this place. Wouldn't be bad at all with a cigar and... Okay, Kadish in the fall. Kadish was the last guy to own it, and it seems he did some renovation. This is where the history and current day setup get interesting. The Watcher spoke quite a bit in words about someone known as the Grower. The Grower is prophesied to do a number of things, and it seems there were numerous interpretations of the Grower. Some saw this person as little more than a great lord or king, whilst others saw this person as a superhuman miracle worker, godlike, conquering time, space, and dimension, and everything else. The views on the Grower were as varied as you can imagine. Oh! So that's why Kadish built the age where he was pretending that he could travel through time, because he was trying to persuade people that he was the Grower. And he's like, look what I can do. What's important is that Kadish viewed himself as the Grower, as the one the Watcher had prophesied about. As a result, he modified the pub to honour not only the prophet, but himself as well. He seemed to be intent on fulfilling as many of the prophecies as he could, so he built this puzzling path of the shell to the tree. Brought the Arcana book here, Kadish was the engineer behind its construction, brought the Anane book here, and claimed that it allowed him to travel through time, back to the Dunny homeworld as it is, and as it would be. Kadish claimed he wrote the book. All of these things to fulfill the prophecies. Even the times of Dunny were significant because the Watcher claimed to see visions of the past, present, and future. As a result, he wrote what he saw, never knowing if it would occur in the future, had already occurred in the past, or was occurring as he wrote. People flocked to the palace, People flocked to the place. Not only was it the only way to travel through time, but Kadish himself was the only one who could solve the spiral path of the shell and access the tree. Spiral path of the shell. Okay. In fact, he would demonstrate his ability to anyone who wanted to come and watch. Nightly challenges were held to see if anyone else could access the room. It seems no one ever did. Further confirmation of Kadish as the grower. Kadish bragged that the Watcher clearly spoke of how to solve the room in his prophecies and that anyone could find the solution there. Yeah, so that's why I thought that the numbers we were collecting were to do with his books. Because if you're saying the answers are in that book, then I guessed it was like specific lines, or I mean, my original guess would be letters that created like a passphrase. Easy to say when you did build the thing. Maybe I don't get something. Either way, good luck reading through all of those and figuring out anything, let alone the solution to some kind of weird dunny puzzle. So, it seems that Kadish ran the sanctuary up to the end. Obviously, at some point, we know he died. We've all seen the remains of the poor guy. An odd end for a guy that seemed to have so much. Had a book right there, but didn't use it. But that's another story. Is that book still there, actually? We've obviously seen Kadish's body, but I don't remember seeing a linking book in the room. They're saying he had a book right there, but I guess maybe they took it. Okay, history out the way, I guess. I should finish with this spiral path room. I'm not a big puzzle guy, but the room seems very confusing. A switch closes the door and turns on the light. And our notes say rest in the light. The gathered will find rest when the light comes. The linking book to the gallery was there. Did I use it? Is that where we linked? I can't remember. Like, for some reason in my head, we got to the vaults and touched the cloth, and then just turned around and went to the door to go to where Yisha talks to you. You saw it, but only to the same gallery you got the clues from. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, history out the way, I guess I should finish the spiral room. I'm not a big puzzle guy. Switch closes the door, turns on the light, and our notes say, rest in the light. The gathered will find rest when the light comes. So when the light comes must be when you pull the switch. You turn the switch on, the light comes, you rest in the light. Okay. A switch closes the door, turns on the light. Some mechanism releases the ball back to its starting point. There are numbers scratched into the walls of the maze as well. Numbers scratched into the walls of the maze. I don't think we saw those. Enough of that, I can see myself going crazy in a place like this. Ah, the dunny. Oddly, there is no physical access to or from the city that surrounds the building. We know the building is up in Jatayari, a nice district, but there is definitely no way to get in there from the outside and vice versa. Not sure if Kadish sealed it up or if it always was, but I would bet the second idea. Makes it handy to limit access. If you don't have a book, you're not getting here, and that would explain why the books here were never destroyed or taken. That's it for now. I'll probably get back here again after checking Arcana and Anane. Right, okay, so what do we know? So I'm pretty certain it's to do with this room. What were these? Was it this? This looks like a giant timer, actually, doesn't it? Or that might just be coincidental. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, it's slightly off to be a timer. There's lots of astrological symbols. Right. Okay, let's try and suss this out. So we pull this, a light appears, shining straight here. So we just... Okay, hang on. Let me try something. Turn that off. Let's push this back up. So rest in the light. The gathered will rest in the light when the light comes. What else does it say about the gathered? Be still and the path will be made known. The action of the gathered means nothing. So I think we pull this switch and then stand there until the ball rolls down. So let's try that. So we pull the switch and then don't touch anything until the ball gets to the bottom. Which we should hear by a clock. Wait. There we go. Okay, that didn't do anything. So what if we turn it off and then back on and maybe the ball rolls back up the hill? No. Okay. Let me... Oh, wait a minute. But it says roll the stone to know the deceiver. But I don't want to know the deceiver, because the action of the deceived is toiling in vain, and toiling is something we're not supposed to do. Right, toil, so don't push the stone, I think is... But then what the fuck do we do? Just stand here? Let's turn that back off. Okay. So that's going to roll down anyway, but don't touch it because you're not supposed to touch it. That rolls down anyway. We don't touch it, and if we can't touch it, that means if we're going to do anything, it's going to be in this room. So I guess just very briefly... Let's see whether I can move the camera at least. That shouldn't class as doing anything. Then when it hits the bottom, is there anything obvious that we can see changes? Like they're still spinning, but I think they all spin regardless. It doesn't look like it, does it? What's that? That looks like a clock? Or no, a cog actually. And then this is... I'm going to do that thing where I scroll back through all of my photos and see whether there's anything else that makes sense. So I've taken... I've got the 5 pictures of the grid patterns. One, 2, 3, 4. Four grid patterns. I've got all of the numbers. I don't think the grid doesn't make sense here. We've got the symbols on the rock wall that we used on the like telescope things in the factory to make the potatoes. We've got the stained glass windows with the symbols on that we used at the end of the time travel age. Anane. And then, so that looks like the 625, the icon that's on the piece of paper at the end of the time travel age. The picture with the two caves. It's like a circle with 625 written. And the number of the watcher is 625, so I feel like that's got to be relevant. And that's how long it took the pellet to fall, maybe? I still don't really understand what happened with the pellet. I think it was a a massive coincidence that I was in that cabin when it hit the ground, honestly. So if we think that is reminiscent of the so if I think this icon here is the same as the 625, that means it's related to the pellets in some way, maybe. It's related to the pellets. Nice bit of serendipity. Yeah, absolutely. That was one of those instances where if I wasn't there, I would probably still be running around trying to figure out that puzzle right now. Because I'm not sure how many of those pellets I would just keep dropping down trying to figure out what was happening. The way is made clear at the end of time. I wonder if this timer ends. So when it says the end of time, I wonder if it means like not the end of time, but the end of a timer. Because it definitely sounds like a ticking, like a countdown. The future is always revealed to those who wait. The number of the watcher is 625. The way is made clear to those. The way is made clear at the end of time. The future is always revealed to those who wait. And there was something about moving the future to the present, right? Darkness comes at the end of time. But this. It can't be a countdown because this is taking forever. Darkness comes at the end of time. The passing of time brings the past to the present. Passing of time brings the past to the present. The future is revealed to those who wait. So the passing of time brings the past to the present, and if you wait, it brings you to the future. And in the future, I want to be at the tree. Be still and the path will be made known. The action of the gathered means nothing. The action of the deceived is toiling in vain. And the toiling in vain, blah, 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 don't push the stone, don't touch the boulder. If you push it, you meet the deceiver, or whatever. So don't touch the boulder, don't do anything, in fact. Be still and the path will be made known, it says. The passing of time brings the path to the gathered. The gathered will find rest when the light comes, rest in the light. Am I the gathered? My gut feeling at the moment is that I'm supposed to stand there and pull that and wait for the counter to go down. But I feel like we've been having it running for about 20 minutes already, so I don't think it's that. But what I might do just in case... I'm going to think about it a little bit more and see whether this is actually a timer that finishes first. Because I can't see any, like, indicator that it does. The door lies at the end of the path. The passing of time brings the path to the gathered. It hasn't been 20 minutes yet. Okay, it feels like 20 minutes. Be still and the path will be made known. You both seem very sure that it's not been 20 minutes yet. So be still and the path will be made known. The action of the gathered means nothing. The action of the deceived is toiling in vain. Darkness comes at the end of time. Okay, so my thought process here is the room is dark. The gathered will find rest when the light comes. And when the light comes is when we pull the lever. Right? We pull the lever, the light comes. Rest in the light. So stay there. The way is made clear at the end of time. So when we pull the lever, it sounds like it's ticking down. The future's always revealed to those who wait is just another reference to stand there. The path of the stone is toil for the gathered. If we're assuming that we're the gathered, then the path of the stone is this boulder, and that's toil, and we don't want to do toil because we're told that that's folly, essentially. Yeah, the action of the deceived is toiling in vain, and a bit later on it mentions that pushing the stone, roll the stone to know the deceiver. The path is folly for those who toil. The gathered, that's the light reference. Be still and the path will be made known. The action of the deceived is toiling in vain. Darkness comes at the end. So darkness comes at the end of time. So I'm thinking... We must be up to like 30 minutes now, surely. Here's what I'm thinking. is we pull the lever to turn everything back off. Maybe it only works. Okay, right, new plan. I'm really sorry. I know I've been waiting for 45 minutes at this point, but it's been 8 minutes. No way. 50 minimum. Right. Okay. But I don't think we've done anything. But we haven't rested in the lights. So actually... I'm going to have to turn it off again, aren't I? Right. So... everything's off. The stone is there, but I don't think that should matter. In fact, it might even need to be... Okay, right. This is it. This is what I'm doing. This is my new plan. Is I'm going to stand here. We'll review the notes whilst we wait. Watch your clock. That's a good point. I will set a timer going on my phone. Enjoy walking the pooch, Novak. I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, I've just set the stopwatch going, so we've already been about 5 minutes, right? So the only other thing I can think is the number of the watcher is 625. And then maybe that was the amount of time it took for the potato to fall. Because the mind can't tell time no matter how good you think your perception of time is. No, my perception of time is atrocious. Yeah, I'm quite happy to admit it. Right. The door lies at the end of the path, but we don't know where the path is yet. The passing of time brings the path to the gathered. So as time passes, the path will come, and then the door is at the end of that path. Okay, makes sense. Be still, and the path will be made known. So don't move, the path is made known. And then the passing of time brings the path to me. And then the door lies at the end of that path. The action of the gathered means nothing. Don't do anything. The action of the deceived is toiling in vain. So don't toil. Darkness comes at the end of time. And if we assume that this is a timer counting down, then eventually it's going to turn off, and then the light will turn off, and then we're in the dark. The passing of time brings the past to the present. That's the one I don't get. Passing of time brings the past to the present. The path of the stone is toil for the gathered, so I'm guessing that's the big marble. Don't push it. The number of the watcher is 625, maybe 625 seconds. We've got to stand here, which is quite a while. The way is made clear at the end of time. Darkness comes at the end of time, and the way is made clear at the end of time. So when darkness comes, the way is made clear. The future is always revealed to those who wait. Rest in the light. The gathered will find rest when the light comes. Roll the stone to know the deceiver. And the path is folly for those who toil. So I think I'm about... Until the timer ends, I don't really know what else to do. But if this is a solution, it's a very bizarre solution. And how did they handle this in the online mode? What are we up to? 4 minutes 40, plus maybe 20 seconds that I hadn't activated the timer for. So 5 minutes. There are things that don't exist in the online version, currently this being one. I think the original intent might have been to instance this room per person. Yeah, that would make sense. Like, could you could you imagine if this puzzle could only be solved if, while you were doing it, no one else, no one else did anything? You'd have people clustered around the outside because the moment someone opened the door, everyone would be trying to get in. In fact, the moment anyone moved, by the sounds of it. I'm still filled with doubt that this is the actual answer to the puzzle, honestly. But I was told not to second guess myself, so I'm not going to. We're going to sit here and enjoy the ticking. It's also possible that the movement of the one pulling the lever is all that mattered. Yeah, that's true. That is true. So what do we need to get to? If we're assuming that the number of the Watcher is 625, and that's how long we're supposed to be standing here, then it's, what, just over 10 minutes? 10 and a bit minutes? 10 and a half, nearly. We're at probably coming up to 8. And I am just really hoping that there is some sort of visual reference, and I'm not supposed to have timed it myself. Because I am second guessing myself and just repeatedly going over the notes that I wrote. I guess my question is, why couldn't the number of the watcher been like 30? That would have been nice. You know, 5. Why can't his number have been 5? Because the Dunny loved 5s, right? Everything was 5s, or 25s maybe. It used to be 4 hours. You are lying, right? $25 by $25, yeah. Okay, I'm not going to let them off, because this is a ludicrous amount of time to wait. But I understand the theory behind it. Why 4 hours, though? I played it when it first came out. So you literally had to... So what do? Just, I don't know, go to work or something whilst you wait? Okay, we can get to 625 a lot of different ways. My point is, it's a long time to make me wait. Although if it used to be 4 hours, then well, maybe I'm okay with 10 minutes. Speaking of, what are we on? Well, we're on 10 minutes. 10 and a half now. So it's not 600 and... Or maybe it is 625 seconds. So I'm nearly on 11 minutes. So it's not seconds, right? 625 divided by 60 is 10.4. 625 dunny seconds. What's a dunny second? Are you going to tell me a dunny second is 5 seconds? Or 25 seconds? Oh. The problem is when you've got genuine lore experts and you say something like that, I'm going to automatically believe you because apparently I'm ludicrously gullible. Seconds are a surface human measure. Okay. I guess realistically, what I'm actually waiting for is the light to go out because it says darkness comes at the end of time, and there was something else about darkness as well. I think the way is made clear at the end of time. Darkness comes at the end of time. Yeah, maybe it was that. It works out to about 15 minutes. Okay. So what is the 625 thing then? Like, what's that a reference to? Because I assumed it would be that that's the number of seconds you're supposed to wait for. Oh. Something happened? The timer at the end of Anane is 625, whatever that is. I can't remember the Denis unit of time, but 625. Oh, so if I timed that timer that had 625 against it, I would have known how long this was. I see. I thought that timer was the time it took the potato to fall down into the hole. Am I allowed to move now, by the way? Because the timer's stopped, but it's not dark. And I feel like it made it very clear that darkness would reveal the path. Yes, you can move, thank God. No, don't link anywhere. Okay, so what did that do? It did something here. Is this a ladder? Ooh. Hang on. Just don't link away, yeah. Just to be clear, what actually happened here? Did all of these... Oh, they all slid out, right? I just need to examine this, because if this was climbable before... Okay, right. I'm guessing they slid out and created a ladder. I'll let it off. Okay. Yeah, they slid out. Okay. So this leads... I just don't want to miss anything. Is that where we started? Yeah, it is. So that is... It is a big shell, isn't it? It does look very shelly. Boop. Okay. Where are we now? Hey, here we go. Wait, hang on, what? I was trying to make it look all majestic and stuff, but then I noticed what this looks like from this side. Bizarre. Oh, yes please. Okay, now I never have to do the, now I never have to do the stand around for 15 minutes again. I'm liking the music. Okay. Boop. I can hear something. It did something, I think. What did it do? It pulled this back in. I'm stuck here forever. Marvelous. Okay. It's a nice spiral pattern on the floor. There's a cloth, we've got a pattern, and we have a button that maybe turns out to turn the outside orange again, maybe? The soprano is Tasha Kuntz. Okay. I do not know who that is, I'll be honest, but I will look her up. It's a very haunting melody. Here's the center. There is a line. Ah. Right, the path of the shell. What if we run? This is like the puzzle in... Oh, God, I hate my life. I exited out of the game. Please come back like a normal person. No, of course, it's going to crash on me. The moment I exit out the game, or click outside the game box, it dies on me. Give me 2 seconds, I apologize. Right, there we go. There we go. Luckily, I touched that cloth. Where would it be? In here, I guess. Just the person who sings all these nice R's. I try to remember her name because she's so talented. Yeah, extremely talented. Right, what were we doing? We were gonna see if running around like this, like the other puzzle in the other expansion, I think it was. Or maybe the base game, actually. But now that I do it, I'm not convinced. Huh. Oh. I'm in prison. This looks like the room from Myst. Is that like a charcoal blackened patch? Huh. Oh, wait. This is Myst. What does that button do? Oh, can I get out? I can. Right, I'm guessing that grid there is what I'm using my the things that I found. I have 5 of them now. I know what to do here. I mean, explore. Oh no! I want to collect it, but it'll make me lose my awesome suit. Okay. Who am I dressed as now? Whose outfit is this? Yeah, so what I'm thinking is we use our grid reference. We've got 5 of them, and you overlay them against each other. Feels quite dark. Is it because I've got to do that? Yeah, there we go. So I overlay the 5 grid references with this, right? Hey Teeny, hey Raiders, how are you doing today? How is the stream, Teeny? I didn't see what you were playing today. I'm still on URU, but I think I'm getting quite close to the end now. I found some magical contraption here. If I was going to take a guess, Teeny. Witcher 3. I was going to guess at Baldur's Gate. My bad. How is Geralt? How is the old dog? Right. He didn't stuff a baby in the oven. Good. Good, Geralt. Well done. Got lost in the sea. Are you playing the base game or the expansions? We have got this puzzle. And just to clue you in, I have a bunch of photos that I took on my phone that kind of look like this. And I've got to like overlay them onto this is sort of the plan that I'm going for at the moment. So what it might be worth doing actually is counting out the grid itself. Looks like a stingray. It's like a map. Like a grid reference with a little shell icon at the bottom. But sure, I mean, we can call it a stingray if we want. This is going to be quite hard, though. Was unfocused. Yeah, that's like me a lot of the time, honestly. My old school reports used to say the same thing. Could do better. He's unfocused. So. Might be that one. Teeny likes to paint. Hey, there's nothing wrong with painting. Nothing wrong with painting. I myself am an avid painter of Warhammer. I'm not good, but I enjoy doing it. It's better than exams and grades and education, right? Ugh. Oh, maybe that one. It was the only real comment. Well, hey, passion in something is still passion, right? That's what I would say. Might be that one, actually. This is difficult. This is too difficult for the likes of me. From there, doop, doop, doop. Maybe that one. And that one. How does the stingray translate to squares? Right, so I only showed you an example. I have multiple pictures. There you go. So like I have 5 different pictures of squares and I'm trying to overlay them onto a grid. I'm going to start again. Parker made me doubt myself. I'm going to blame Parker. So there's that one, across, down, down, that one. Across 1, 2, that one, and that one. Then we have that one, 2, and then that is one up from the bottom, not that one. 1, 2, 3. I think it's that one, actually. You did raid just in time, though, because this game has this ridiculous puzzle where we literally had to stand still for 15 minutes. That was the puzzle. Stand still for 15 minutes. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, seriously. Apparently, in the older version of the game, it used to be 4 hours. You had to stand still for 4 hours to solve the puzzle. Can you imagine that stream? I already did that one, I believe. Parker's unaware that was really the case. I'll let you guys discuss. We know how gullible I am. I believe anything anyone says the moment they say it. One, 2, 3, 4. No, it can't be that one. It has to be 3 across. 1, 2, 3 up. Maybe that one. 1, 2, 3. That one. Right. Okay. I'm getting lost and confused and stuck again. I'm going to have to map these out like a... What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 6. Can I count? Yes, I can. We're so close to what I presume is the end of this game. I can smell it. Right, 8 by 6. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'd be nice if I could share my phone screen with you guys, because at the moment you're just watching me scroll around on my phone and draw things on a piece of paper that you can't see either of. Oh, you use MS Paint. Gotta love a bit of MS Paint. I remember years ago, we're probably talking 28 years ago, 29 years ago maybe, I was desperate to make a sign for my bedroom door. I was probably like 6 at the time. And my brother used to study art in school. And I made the most horrendous, like, MS Paint thing. And I was so annoyed because he used to be able to create these, like, really wonderful... Well, I thought they were wonderful at the time. It took him, like, 2 minutes. It was just like, click, 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 and then fill in different colors in different places. But to my childlike brain, it was astounding. And that was pretty much the last time I ever used MS Paint. I got jealous of my brother's ridiculous skill. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from there, or maybe there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's there. Down 2 to there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's that one. Eclectic lines and fill-in fields paintings. Yep, exactly that. Exactly that. I had no idea what it was that he was doing. Like I say, my childlike brain could not comprehend the wonders of the art that he was producing. But you know, we live and learn, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. So 3 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. Up 1, across 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, and across 1, 2. Use Windows Movie Maker for your first... Oh, Windows Movie Maker, man. I think I tried to use that when I started YouTube videos like 10 years ago. To be fair, I'm probably still at the point where Windows Movie Maker's the be-all and end-all of my editing capabilities. But that's okay, right? We all have different talents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So got that one, got that one, got that one. Hey Parker, if I make a bit of a mess here, I'm more than happy for you to point it out. Because apparently looking at squares and fitting them into boxes isn't my forte. So that was that one, across 1, down 1, down 1. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. So I think it's that one and that one. Thank you, Neurovac. You don't know this code by heart. Yeah, the line should indicate that. I get that, but I'm also an idiot. If that is 1, 2, so there, another one there, there, down and down there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Thanks for dropping by, Teeny. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you very shortly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ayo. Right. Okay. Stingray blocks completed. What do we have here?
Words fulfilled. Do you believe? I have taken time. You know his body no longer lies in his vault. I have seen new life, his new life, and I have followed the shell, round and back again. I taught you the same. What will grow? The tree of all things. Who will grow it? The grower. I will grow it. The grower is the one who leads, so you will follow me. Who links at will? The grower.
Oh, Yeesha. She's so arrogant. I love it.
The grower banishes the darkness and brings light to the cavern. Have you seen the light? To think they believed him with such... It is I who command light. Light. Rest in the light. Sing in the time of joy. Call in the time of dark. Weep in the time of pride. And take my hand again, young one. Time conquered. Light to darkness, linking without books. You have done well. You have seen words fulfilled. But still more to be fulfilled. There is a new tree. Do you believe?
I believe. I really do. I believe. Right, I assume that'd be it. What are you? Just a light. Let's explore a little. Hey, this is the cave at the end of Mist? And maybe one of the other games you're in this cave as well, right? This is where Atris was, I think. Oh, we get to wear a fancy robe that we can't really see. Kavir, that's it. That's the one. So we've got some plants. Oh god, I can't read this. Father, I know you cannot hear me yet. I must write to you. In my heart you will hear my voice, the voice of your desert bird. Words... This is atrocious. Riven starts here, Mist 5 starts and ends here. Well, Miss 5 will be next, so we'll see that next. Words written to me, for me, and of me. Who would believe that the tree would die so that I could grow it again? You always did. Your desert bird was so much more, and I understand you now. You know, though I did not. Now I know. I know much, Father. I have learned of the death. I am powerful, Father. I have seen new life and brought it forth myself. And I go now to become the grower. If only you could see, perhaps you do. I am Yisha. I am the grower. Thank you, Father. Your burden is lifted. Hey, Trumpet. How you doing, buddy? Hope you've had a good day. Cool. Is there anything else to do in here? Is there anything else to do in here? It doesn't look like it. I think that's it. Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Parker. You need to replay URU, Trumpet. When was the last time you played it? Out of curiosity. So it should be... Oh, look at how beautiful our land is now. Yeah, no worries, Nurovec. It was fun. I think probably less fun going through the chair of death and falling through the map for the best part of an hour. But very fun game. Very fun. I think I'm done. I think that's going to be the end of the stream because I'm pretty sure this is URU finished. We've done the base game, we've done 2 Dunny, we've just finished Path of the Shell. Our Relto world is looking magnificent now compared to the barren wasteland that it was when we arrived. Much of Ranmiller's dreams are in URU. Yeah, I can appreciate that. Now on to Mola. Yeah, you know, Trumpet, I might give it a go. Someone mentioned the other day that they still play as well. So we'll see. We'll see. However, I do think that is going to be me calling it a day. It is indeed going to be Mist 5 next. Mist 5 next. And hopefully I can get that finished in time for, indeed, the re-release of Riven. Well, actually, what I'd like to do is get Mist 5 done and then play the 2021 version of Mist, which shouldn't take too long to finish, I don't think, because I should hopefully be able to remember most of the puzzles. But then when that's done, we'll get to the 25th and get the remake of Riven. And get a playthrough of that bad boy on the go. Which would be fun, I think. Yeah, I'm kind of on the puzzle game train at the moment. I think previously I was doing these Mist streams every Thursday, but at the moment I'm just like, nah, let's crack on with them. Let's get them done. So that'll be fun. Stream tomorrow is going to be probably a similar sort of time, maybe a bit earlier, around 7 p.m. BST. Good news, bad news. There's much less reading in Mist 5, but Mist 5 has a person named Escher. Fair enough. I'm quite enjoying the reading. I think probably the Hall of the Kings in URU might have gone a little bit too much. I should have probably split that up into like reading 10 Kings and then going and doing something and coming back again. Um, so Trumpet, in probably a couple of streams actually, I spent probably a good 2 hours just going through and reading all of the Kings in the Hall of the Kings bit, because there was about 30 of them, right? And I didn't have any water. I only had red wine, so I was trying to quench my thirst with red wine whilst I was reading through all of these kings, which was, not ideal, really. You didn't read them all. You should. They were really interesting. Like I say, I probably, in hindsight, should have split them up and done like 10, and then gone and done something, found a few more of those DMZ things, and then come back and done another 10. But my OCD makes me fixate on the task at hand, and I have to go and do that and finish it to completion. And if that task is spend 2 hours reading fake kings in a fake game, then that's what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to do. Anyway, with that, I think I'm going to hit the hay, get to bed, so that I am nice and fresh for work tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you guys hanging around, watching me fail ludicrously at all of these various puzzles. If you are not following and you'd like to, please feel free to do so. I would very much appreciate it. Besides that, I will bid you adieu and hopefully see you next time. Like I say, next stream will be probably tomorrow around 7 p.m. BST. So fingers crossed, I will see you there. Yes, indeed, Trumpet, the damn chairs. I mean, if Mist 5 has any of those chairs, then it's game over. It's going to be game over. Anyway, I will catch you next time. Thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye.